What happens when people no longer believe tomorrow will be better than today? There was a time when even ordinary people carried some picture of the future. Children imagined adulthood, young couples imagined families, parents imagined grandchildren. People worked jobs they didn't love because they believed they were building something. Even hardship had a direction. There was an assumption that tomorrow, somehow, would be better than today. Not perfect, better. Something has changed. You can feel it in conversations. People speak less about what they hope to build and more about what they're trying to survive. The language itself has changed. Not dreams, but plans. Not purpose, but protection. Not building, but managing. We learn to hedge, prepare, and lower expectations. Perhaps preparation itself has become the replacement for imagination. There is nothing wrong with preparing, but civilizations cannot live on caution alone. Human beings need reasons to plant trees they will never sit beneath. They need stories larger than themselves. Perhaps this is why so many people feel tired in ways that sleep cannot repair. It is exhausting to live without a future you can emotionally inhabit. Not because everything is terrible, but because uncertainty causes people to pull inward. A society without hope does not collapse all at once. It simply becomes smaller. People stop taking risks, stop trusting, stop marrying, stop having children, stop mentoring. Stop believing sacrifice means anything. They become consumers of distraction instead of builders of legacy. And eventually, something subtle begins to disappear. Not technological wonder, but human wonder. The ability to imagine a world that does not yet exist. Maybe that is what we are grieving. Not simply institutions, economics, or culture. Perhaps we are grieving the disappearance of a shared future. Previous generations lived with the expectation that tomorrow would unfold. Today, many people speak as though tomorrow must simply be endured. And yet civilizations are renewed in strange ways. Not by governments alone, not by markets, not by algorithms. They are renewed by ordinary people who quietly refuse to surrender their imagination. People who plant gardens, teach children, write books, create art, learn new things at 70, take photographs, love grandchildren, and begin again. People who continue building while the world argues about endings. Perhaps hope was never certainty. Perhaps hope was simply the willingness to participate in a future we cannot guarantee. Maybe that is what civilizations ultimately depend on. Not optimism, not predictions, not promises, but enough people who still believe tomorrow deserves their attention. Because a civilization stops dreaming long before it stops breathing. And what dies first is rarely its wealth. It is its imagination. Most of what I write lives on Substack if you want to go deeper. Meet me there at tendingtheinbetween.substack.com.